Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this lecture, we will discuss the pathophysiology of the diabetes mellitus. Pathophysiology explains the functional changes that occurs in the body due to a disease. So the understanding this concept helps us connect the diabetes with its symptoms and complications. Let us first understand what happens in normal healthy individual. So after consuming meal, glucose enters the bloodstream and raises blood sugar level. In response, the pancreas releases insulin. And as we know, if I am talking about the exact range, when the glucose exceed 70 milligram per deciliter, then it stimulates the pancreas. And in response to that stimulation, the pancreas releases the insulin. Insulin binds receptors on the cell surface and allows the glucose to enter the cells where it is used to produce energy. And defect in diabetes. In diabetes mellitus, when this normal mechanism is impaired, then it leads to defects. And as we know in type 1, insulin is absent due to the destruction of insulin producing cells. And in type 2 diabetes, insulin is present, but the body cells do not respond properly to it to the insulin. And this condition is called insulin resistance. As a result, glucose cannot enter the cells and remains in the bloodstream, and over the long period of the diet, it leads to hyperglycemic condition. And what are the consequences of the hyperglycemia? Persistent high blood glucose levels leads to several metabolic disturbances, and despite having high glucose levels in the blood, body cells remain deprived of the energy, and as a result, the diabetic patients often complain about fatigue and weakness. The body starts breaking down fats and proteins to meet its energy demand. Over the time, hyperglycemia damages blood vessels and leading to long-term complications and ultimately damage the multiple organs. To summarize this lecture, diabetes mellitus results from defects in insulin secretion, insulin action, or sometimes both. These defects led to persistent hyperglycemia and metabolic disturbances. So this is all about the today's lecture. And in the next lecture, we will discuss the clinical picture and complications of the diabetes mellitus. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.